Vice President of Mozambique, Marcelino dos Santos, leads the crowd in the national cry of Botswana. He's one of the frontline African leaders, here for the official celebrations of the first 10 years of Botswana's independence. But he's privately more concerned with discussing Rhodesia. In the audience, British Minister of State Mr. Ted Rowlands, who's now charged with the awkward task of making progress on Rhodesia. And, 2 rows back, Bishop Abel Muzorewa, leader of one of the Rhodesian nationalist factions. And over to his left, Mr. Joshua Nkomo, the leader of another. Mr. Rowlands hopes to meet them all. He's already met last night with his host, President Sir Seretse Khama of Botswana and President Kaunda of Zambia. 4 days ago, these African leaders attacked the Kissinger proposals as outlined by Mr. Smith, and Mr. Rowlands is now sounding them out to see if progress can be made. He also wants to talk to Mozambique's Vice President dos Santos, who last week said the guerrilla war would go on in spite of the Kissinger proposals.
I'm not interested in commenting on that one. I'm interested in taking part in the Constitutional Conference. And it is from there where I'll decide whether I would take part in interim government or not.
When are you going back to Rhodesia, Bishop?
I'm not aware of, I haven't made up my mind on when I'm going back.
Mr. Nkomo has been back and you haven't. Why not?
Well, Mr. Nkomo is Mr. Nkomo, Muzorewa is Muzorewa.
I'm pleased to tell you that we've had a very good meeting of the party here this morning, a very realistic and practical and sensible meeting, which I think augurs well for the future of Rhodesia.
Could I ask you, Prime Minister, how important is it to you as white and European Rhodesians to hold during this transitional period these 2 ministries of defence and law and order?
Well, there's nothing that's really, I believe, complicated or that can't be understood here. We want to ensure a maintenance of law and order in Rhodesia. I think most black people agree with us that at the moment this is basically under the control of white Rhodesians. There's no point in arguing whether it is right or wrong. But it's absolutely vital, especially in the troubled and complicated times that we're going to go through, that we retain law and order. I'm sure the majority of black Rhodesians subscribe to that. So that's all it is, quite straightforward and simple.